Hey everybody, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I am here to provide a reading again for the collective. So we're going to be asking Spirit the question, what is your person thinking and feeling about you at this time? So I want to let everybody know that my website will be up and running tomorrow for the 111 portal. So if you feel called to any of the messages and would like to book a personal and private reading with me, feel free. In the meantime, you could send me an email or check out my website, which I'll be posting a video tomorrow for the release of my website, where you can book your personal and private reading with me. So if you're new to my YouTube channel, I want to let everybody know that my name is Angie. I am an intuitive tarot card reader as well as a psychic medium here on YouTube. So let's hop into it. So we have 3 piles for what is your person thinking and feeling about you at this time. So we have pile number 1 right here. We have pile number 2. And then last but not least, we do have pile number 3. So do your thing, pick your pile, and I will see you in your reading. Hey, pile number 1. So if you were drawn to this pile, this is going to be for your reading about what your person is thinking and feeling about you at this time. So let's see. Let's hop into the card. I haven't read it yet. This was actually a deck called the Mediumship Training Deck, which I absolutely love. So if you're interested in checking out that deck, the author is John Holland. If you would like to use it for yourself, right? Because you got to be able to trust your intuition. I only provide the messages, but it's just a confirmation to what you've already been feeling and getting intuitively about your person. So let's see. So let's put this here so the energies of you can be with us during this time. So we have creating sacred space. So I feel like your person is doing a lot of cord cutting at this time. So they're cutting out a lot of people, places, and things that no longer resonate with them, because we have here the sage stick. So saging is all about clearing and making way for the new. So clearing out the old negative types of vibrations in order to enhance and create new beginnings is what I'm feeling very strongly from this card here. And so I also feel like your person is getting a lot of upgrades energetically, because we have a assortment of colors. So we have green, which is all about the heart chakra. We have yellow, which is all about the solar plexus. I see a little bit of red, which is the root chakra, which is all about foundations. I also see here orange, which is solar, which is sacral chakra, which is all about creative expressions. I see purple here, which is also third eye, so a lot about intuition. And intuitive hits and downloads is what your person is getting at this time about this connection. So let's flip it over and see what Spirit wants you to know about what your person's currently thinking and feeling about you, pile number 1. So sacred space is simply a way to hold the energy of Spirit in a honorable, loving, and gracious manner. This card is a signal that it is time for you to create a sacred space that's unique to your personal to you, where you can commune with Spirit. Creating a sacred space for Spirit is a practice honored by mediums and spiritual practitioners for many traditions. Calling in the light of Spirit to enhance your meditation or sitting in its power can both be helpful in creating a safe space for spiritual mediumship practice. Some people like to burn sage, light candles, play music, and meditate or pray before working with Spirit as a way of creating a loving, inviting environment for spiritual connection and communion. Why not create an altar in a sacred place in your home or office to make that more of a sacred space? Using crystals, spiritual icons, flowers, or spiritual images can enhance the sacredness of the space. By working regularly in the space, it is becoming more infused with spiritual energy. The most important thing that is needed when creating a sacred space is a loving intention. This can be used wherever you are, anywhere in the world. Try it. Take a breath of loving awareness into your heart, and in your own words, ask for a clear, healing connection between you and the spirit world. Always share gratitude to Spirit for hearing and honoring your intention. So again, this is calling for you, even the viewer, to create that sacred space if you don't already have one. I have one in my home. I'm actually working on upgrading it at this time. This was actually advice that one of my mentors, Lily Rose, gave to me actually a few days ago, because I had a session with her. She suggested me creating that sacred space where I can go, sit in my thoughts, be in my power, and have that communication with spirit. So this is all about clearing out the old and creating way for the new, for you to enhance your way of being. So I think your person, as I talked about, is getting a lot of intuitive downloads. Some of them may even be starting to use a lot of crystals, spiritual icons, flowers. They're seeing a lot of spiritual images, maybe could be of you and them in past lives, I'm hearing as well. And they're now starting to answer the call of spirit. They may be even praying with candles, I'm seeing as well, or even burning sage in their house to get rid of a lot of the negative energy, especially if your person may be going through a difficult time with a partner, or just going through a period of transition. They're becoming more in touch, in tune with their spiritual aspects of self, which is helping to shift and ground the energies for them as well as the connection. So let's see what Spirit also wants you to know at this time about your love life and your person. So take one card, please, Spirit. So what's happening, Spirit, for pile number 1 and their person? About what are they thinking and feeling about pile number 1, please, Spirit? Oh. All right, so half my deck went. That's not good. So beauty. So Joan Collins. I'm not even sure who this person is, but apparently it says, beauty is power, so use it rather than lose it. Age is just a number, irrelevant unless it's a vintage wine. Everyone is in potential character for a novel. So I feel like, again, your person is now starting to step into their power, and they're realizing if there is an age difference or cultural difference between you guys, your person is starting to recognize and realize that that is something that they don't really care about anymore. I think maybe for a lot of you, if you were dealing with a person where you were more successful than them, or they felt that you were more successful than them and you were younger than them, your person is now starting to recognize the infinite, because I'm seeing here the infinity symbol. So your person is realizing the infinite power of this connection, and that even if you guys do have an age difference or cultural difference or status difference, because I'm seeing the diamonds and the jewelry with this person, maybe you are someone who comes from more of a prestigious background versus your person that may not necessarily come from that background. This person is starting to recognize and realize that that is just a small fraction of what they want with this connection. They're recognizing that you bring a lot of power, and you definitely help to allow them to become that better version of themselves. So their thoughts very much are centered around wanting to manifest this connection, I feel, for you, pile number 1. So let's see in tarot what's going on. So we have 3 of Swords. Let's see. Okay, so they want me to take these ones on the top. All right. So pile number 1, your person is going through a period where they had recently gone through some type of heartbreak, but it has then made them go into their power in order to make a decision with the 7 of Wands here. They also, I'm hearing, could have been very sneaky in the past, where they may have felt like, you know, they weren't sure what to do or how to handle this connection. So they may have been entertaining other options or other people, but I'm hearing that because you may have cut this person off or ended the connection in some way, this has now allowed them to do a lot of introspection. And so what they realized is that they are waiting for their ships to come in. But let's see, is this person going to take action? Yeah. They're recognizing in the past that they were, again, resisting stepping into this leap of faith with you. They saw the cup, or they felt that you wanted to offer them something in this connection, but with the Ace of Wands in reverse, they were not listening to their intuition. They may have been tied up with other people, other options, employment, etc., etc. And so because of that, that made them resist taking this leap of faith with you. But now they're recognizing and they're seeing the beauty with you, because we have the 9 of Pentacles. So they know now that you represent a lot for this connection. And so they also acknowledge that in the past they were not fair to you and didn't treat you equitably where this connection was concerned. But let's see, is this person's spirit going to be taking a chance with pile number 1? What's going to happen with them? So yes, your person wants to, I'm feeling as well that maybe you guys are in a period of separation, or the communication isn't as strong. So your person right now is wanting to end that internal conflict within themselves, because I'm feeling like with this image here that some of the issue why this connection wasn't able to work out the way that it needed to work out was that your person wasn't listening to their intuition. But what they've recognized during this time is that they want to end the conflict with you to be able to manifest that new beginning. They want to offer you so much more than what they had offered to you in the past, pile number 1, and so expect communication with this person very soon. They want to grow something new with you, because we have the 7 of Pentacles as well. So this is all about growth and developing and creating some new beginnings. It could even be them wanting to even partake in a business venture with you, or just grow and manifest this new beginning with you and this connection. And they want to be victorious, because we have the 6 of Wands also upright. And so they want to be victorious where this connection is concerned. And they want to stop self-sabotaging, I'm hearing, for a lot of them, where in the past they may have been holding back and withholding things. And again, this person wants to move forward, but they're still hanging on to some baggage from the past. I'm hearing for a lot of them, some of it could even be inner childhood wounding, where maybe they went through a lot of heartbreaks or disappointments. And so because of this is difficult for this person to see things from a different perspective. But they do want to move forward, because they recognize that this connection is what they want. But don't expect a huge offer at first from this person. This person may just do little small things, like maybe giving you a little gift, or even calling you, I'm hearing in some cases. But they definitely want to manifest changes where this connection is concerned. So expect rapid communication from your person. So let's me get the last piece of advice from Spirit, and then we're going to close out your reading, pile number 1. So remember, this is a general reading, so take what resonates and leave the rest. If you want to book a personal reading, feel free to. They want me to take this one. So we have family, Holy Spirit. So this person, I'm hearing, before I even read, is sorting out their family issues, which is why maybe there's delays or there's issues at home where they want to clear out a lot of that negativity before they come forward to communicate with you, pile number 1. So let's read from the advice from Spirit, and then we're going to close out the reading. So we have family, Holy Spirit, security, Alatran, peace, family, harmony. The Holy Spirit is touching your soul, bringing about a deeper sense of peace and security. These challenges of the recent past are met, and thankfully you've survived. Due to the Holy Spirit's influence, your trials have only strengthened your capacity to love, leaving you with even deeper appreciation for those you love. The Holy Spirit particularly shines on your family and home, as it heeds your prayers and oversees overall well-being at this time. There is no need to fret over your parents' health, your children's safety, or your siblings' happiness. All is well. Ask the Holy Spirit to expand your capacity to move beyond personal love and include all of humanity in your prayers for peace. Entreat the Holy Spirit to brighten your aura and allow others to see you as a source of contentment. The Holy Spirit's message, peace be with you. So yes, right now your psychic, your spiritual development is definitely heightening at this time, and so is this person. And so Spirit is asking, if you haven't already, start to declutter, clear your space to make room for when this person does return. I'm feeling very strongly that this is a soul connection, which is why right now you guys are both going through this period of transformation and transition, which is helping to bring you closer to the Holy Spirit and for you guys to come more into recognition of this connection. So that's what I have for you, pile number 1. If this resonates, don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe. Thank you so much. Take care. So hey, pile number 2, if you were drawn to this pile, this is going to be your reading. So before we begin, I want to let everybody know that I will be releasing my website tomorrow, which will be for the 111 portal, which is all about living your life purpose and living a life of spirituality. So I feel very much that I will have everything done so that people can start booking online with me on my website. I also do sell other things as well, such as candles. I do have manifestation candles as well as zodiac candles and bracelets and other things that I will be releasing as well on my website tomorrow. In addition to my personal and private readings, I'm going to be offering things like twin flame checks. I'm in the process of completing my spiritual release class with psychic medium Made for Love, who is also here on YouTube, which in about a month's time I will be offering that service as well to folks who want to be energetically cleared and have been compromised. So let's hop into your reading. So my guide is telling me that I need to pull a rune for your group, which is surprising because you're the only group that I was called to do this. So I'm gonna follow instructions. I'm not gonna ask why. I'm just gonna do it and see what I get. So this is gonna be the reading for what is your person thinking and feeling about you at this time. Sorry, it might be a bit loud. Lower the volume if you need to. So they want me to take these two. All right, so what are these 2 runes about, Spirit? So I just got these yesterday, by the way, so I'm not like a pro at them. This is the first time I've used runes in this lifetime, but I was called, so I want to let you know that these are green aventurine stones. Green aventurine is all about renewal and growth. So yeah, let's see. So I feel like your connection is going to be going through a period of growth and expansion. But let's see. So this rune right here is called... It's called Anzus, I think, Signals. And then this one here that looks like a lightning bolt is called Wholeness. And it's called Solu, I think is the name. It's Sowelu. So let's read from the book. I have a little book that's attached to it too and find out a little bit more about it. So let's start with this one, the lightning bolt. So this one here. Let's see what it says for you at this time. Oh, found it. This is called the sun as well. It's referred to as the sun. And the period of influence is February 12th to the 27th of February. And it starts from 3:30 a.m. to 4:29 a.m. So the response is energy, success, genius, activity, self-control, self-mastery, victory over indulgence and passions. So you may be receiving contact from your person during that time. That's going to help to pick up your connection energetically, which is probably why they wanted me to read that. However, all readings are timeless, but February is going to be a significant month for you and this person. I feel very strongly. So let me figure out this one. Oh no, I told you the wrong one. This one is called Fehu, which is possessions. Fehu. So let's read from that and see what it says about you and your connection at this time. So June 29th, which is crazy. That's actually June 29th, that's actually my birthday, to July 13th. And it says from 12:30 to 1:29 p.m. So the response is trust, recovery, gain, trade, offspring, something hidden comes to light, evolution, evasion, and beware of frauds. So something is going to be coming to light for you during that time period. So it may not resonate right now because I'm recording this on January 10th, 2022. But remember, all readings are timeless. So something significant is going to happen for you and your connection at that time. So we have here hope. So I'm going to set that there for the energies to be with us during your reading. And I'm going to put pile number 2 up here and have this here. So creative expression. So let me tap in. So I'm feeling very strongly right now that your person is getting a lot of downloads again from spirit. Very colorful, very vibrant person or energy, or this could be you that I'm tapping into, the viewer. I'm feeling as well that right now your person is finding inspiration through their hardships or through you inspire this person to tap more into their creativity, as well as you help them to become that better version of themselves. I'm noticing here that this person is kind of like putting their arm out, so I feel like your person is now starting to step into their power as they're feeling and thinking that they want to be the best version of themselves in order to manifest you back into their life. I'm feeling as well that your person is being guided by their spirit team as well as the ancestors. Some of you, I'm hearing, may even have roots in African divination or African culture or heritage way back, or even a lifetime my guide is telling me that you may have had with this person, even in Egypt in some cases, is what I'm hearing as well. So right now your person is finding, and I'm noticing the yellow is standing out to me, so your person right now is finding the courage and building their self-confidence to be able to approach you, to be able to be a part of your life. So let's see. Creative expression. Creativity is not only a way of expressing your personal and spirit to the outside world. It is also a great way of disconnecting your analytical mind so you can kind of reconnect with the creative, expressive, and intuitive side of your brain. As children, we started our lives by freely using the more creative right side of our brain. As we got older, as a result of schooling and societal conditioning, there was a tendency to pull away from our right side and rely more on the intellectual left side of our brain. Intuition floats on the edge of creativity. So try doing something creative, such as taking a class where you can practice sketching, drawing, writing, painting, coloring, making pottery, or whatever works for you. Being creative can be quite meditative as its own way. As you develop your psychic and mediumship potential, it can help you to train yourself to let go of logic and trust more intuition you're receiving. Whether it's a psychic information or messages from spirit, every psychic and medium uses their vast imaginative nature of the right brain to achieve a higher altered state. This is what is known as the artist's mind. This is the special place where communication is pure and authentic. You don't need to have any artistic ability to practice with creative methods and tools. Just making the effort and having fun will definitely help you stretch your psychic abilities further than you could imagine. The medium's toolbox. So again, I always tell people my readings are just confirmation of what you've received. So you have to trust that the information you're receiving and the guidance that your person is receiving at this time is helping them to make a proper informed decision about you and this connection. So let's see. Pile number 2. What is their person thinking and feeling about them? Spirit. I'll take one card, please. They want me to take 2. So I'll take 2 then. Cards, please, Spirit. Thank you. That's 1. Melania Trump. And I'm hearing 2 as well for pile number 2. In the past, your person may have listened a lot to family and friends instead of trusting their own intuition where this connection was concerned. But now they have no choice but to follow their intuition if they want to move through life. Like, I feel like your person is someone who might be more analytical, and so because of this connection allows them to tap more into the creative nature of themselves and to really trust their intuitive side in order to know intuitively if this connection is where they should be going. It's kind of like they're telling me about follow the white rabbit. And so, like, if somebody likes Matrix like me, I love Matrix. That's one of my favorite movies of all time. So your person right now is following the rabbit in order to discover what this connection is and what you truly mean to them at this time. So Melania Trump, you never know when you might wake up to the next to the president. Don't betray yourself in favor of your marriage. Keep your friends close and your family closer. So I'm feeling like if your person is attached to a third party, they're realizing that this person is a gold digger. I feel like, and I'm not saying Melania Trump is, but I am saying that they may be attached to a karmic And this karmic, and for some of you, you might not even know who this karmic is. It could even be just a karmic business partner or something of that nature, but I feel like very strongly this karmic is tied into their family life at this time. They may have lived with this person, something along these lines, and so now they're realizing that they need to end this in order to be with you. And I'm noticing here with this Casanova card as well. Be the flame, not the moth. Always be a free agent. Promise fidelity to all. It's not destiny, it's opportunity. So your person may have right now, so what are they thinking is that they may have gone down the wrong path where they had chosen somebody because it looked good on paper rather than them choosing true love and happiness. And so what they're recognizing now is that this connection is not anything that they've ever experienced. It doesn't rely on logic. Like in the past, maybe they've been with someone who is a master manipulator. And so because of this, they're now recognizing that this connection is going to be, that you guys share, is calling for them to now trust their intuition in terms of developing more of their intuition to guide them where you and this connection is concerned. Your person definitely, I'm feeling very strongly in this pile as well, was a playboy, playgirl, where they could have been entertaining multiple options, but a lot of this was based on the false persona that they created about self. They were listening more to their ego and to the advice that friends may have given them, and so maybe their friends even connected them with a karmic partner, a karmic soulmate, because it just looked good for where they were. And this is probably where I was talking about earlier, that you inspire this person to be a better version of themselves, whereas maybe the person that they're with at this time is not allowing them to be the best version of themselves. This person may have very low boundaries where they allow the cheating and the infidelity to happen, and because they don't have the courage to walk away, your person does this to them time and time again. Whereas you, I feel the viewer, set a strong boundary with this person to not allow them to manipulate you and control you and to put you in third-party situations. I feel like you may have recently come into recognition of your power, where you knew that you were powerful, but now you know more than ever that you're truly powerful, which is why now you're relying a lot more on hope, or this person is relying on hope, that one day you guys will be able to ground this connection back, which is probably why they wanted me to read those 2 runes. So there might be something significant happening for you in the month of February, as well as June and July might be significant to you in this connection with this person. But this person is now realizing that their dirtbag ways is not serving them a purpose anymore. It's kind of like it's making them feel more of a shell of themselves rather than being that true authentic version. Whereas with you, they can't pull that shit and they can't pull those mind games. They have to be open and honest. So let's see. So again, Ace of Cups and Page of Swords in reverse. So again, you cut off communication with this person for sure. But Spirit wants you to know that this person is spying on you. And now they want to come in and have strong communication with you. So yeah, they realized that they gave their cup of love to a karmic. So your person is now thinking that they made a false mistake or they didn't do what they should have done. They gave their cup of love to a karmic, somebody that was just kind of like only thinking about their own selfish gains and the material world. But now your person is recognizing that they gave their cup of love to the wrong person, because they were in this playboy, playgirl type of energy where they just wanted to use people for their own gain rather than being with someone who they authentically loved and cared about. And so your person is still spying on you though. Even though this card is in reverse, I'm being told that they're still spying on you and they want to communicate with you, but they're just not sure how to proceed. They do feel a tremendous amount of passion where you're concerned. And for a long time, a lot of them had been even resisting transforming and changing. They kept getting downloads, they kept getting nudges by spirit, but they weren't listening to their intuition. They thought that if they were thinking about things more logically, then they wouldn't have had to make that type of decision. I feel like a lot of them, if they chose someone over you, they had chosen someone who was very immature. This person is like a page, right? So they're a child. They're very immature. And your person also was in that immature spirit, but now they're recognizing that they feel that passion and that spark towards you, and they want to take action with this because they recognize now that this is, like I'm hearing, an eternal love that you guys share, and now they know the truth, and they want to be this King of Pentacles, right? The King of Pentacles is someone who is dependable, someone who's loyal, someone who also can be a bit logical, but they're grounded and they know what they want and they're able to make decisions. They're stable in both the material world as well as they're stable, committed family type of guy, which is before they were in this player, non-committal type of energy. But they recognize with your absence that this has impacted them drastically. I don't think they thought that it would have hurt them this badly to lose you, but now that you've left, they recognize that they're hurting and they're sad because you're no longer here to prop their ego up. This person went through an ego death, and now they're finding their creative expression and listening to their intuition. Because I'm hearing a lot of them right now, the karmic is putting them through hell. And so because of that, they're recognizing that in order to free themselves, they have to rely on their intuition to guide them to you. Because they can't just use logic. If they try the mind games, you already been there, done that with this person. So I'm hearing that you would just shut them down, and they can't stand to lose you as a result of this. So expect communication very soon from your person. Might even be next month. However, all readings are timeless. So let's see the last piece of advice from Spirit. Okay, they want this one. So healer guides. So your person, again, lost. So again, this is confirming exactly what I talked about. They lost you, and now they're recovering from the loss of you. Because they weren't listening to their intuition. They thought that they would have been more stable with this karmic, but they realized that it wasn't love. It was just based on finances and appearances and them thinking about what people thought of them. So here we go. Loss, healer guides. Sorrow, depression, grief, regret. You may be entering or experiencing a period of loss, regret, disappointment, pain, and perhaps even disappointment and grief. These feelings may have arisen from present painful circumstances, or they may be the result of a surfacing or unexpressed or unprocessed loss of the past. Whether caused by something in the past or present, your heart is ready to unburden the pain and your soul is ready to grow from these experiences. Your healer guides are present to assist you in your healing through these difficult times. These soothing helpers assure you that your present pain will transform from learning, and this too shall pass. Your joy will return. Ask your healer guides to help lift your heart and turn your loss and pain over to their loving care. Trust their counsel as they urge you to call a grief counselor, seek a healing message, or pick up a book that will assist you in your current situation. Their message: seek sources of help. So I'm going to be leaving my email. I am actually a social worker, so I am familiar with a lot of resources that are available in the community for you to access. And I get it. Pile number 2, this is a painful situation that you were in with this person. But Spirit is asking you to heal and allow this challenging experience you went through to be that motivation to push you to become that best version of yourself. So this is what I have for you, pile number 2. If this resonates, don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe. Or if you would like to book a personal reading with me, or you would like information about services that might be available in the community, feel free to send me an email at angiesawakening1111@gmail.com. I thank you so much. I'm sending you lots of love and healing vibes for this pile. Till we meet again, take care. Hey, pile number 3, if you've chosen this heart here, this is going to be your reading. So I'm just going to set this up here so the energies can be with us for your reading at this time. So I'm hearing, before I even began, I'm hearing very strongly that right now your person or your situation is being guided by moon cycles. So if you are familiar with different types of moon cycles, I'm not sure when the next full moon is. I think it's supposed to be coming up soon though, because we haven't had one in a while. I think the last one was in 2021, and even though this reading is timeless, it still may resonate for somebody else in the future. So yeah, the next full moon that we have is on January 17th is what I'm seeing here. And so that is going to be impacting and shifting your connection in some way. That's what Spirit wants me to know. I'm also hearing very strongly too that there probably was a lot of secrets or things that you didn't know that this person may have hidden from you in the past. But I'm hearing that a lot of what this person did is going to be coming to the light. As my guide is telling me, what's done in the dark will always come to the light, right? So even though your person may have done something in the past and it was not of knowledge to you, you're going to be either finding this out very soon if you haven't already figured out what happened here. So yeah, let's hop into your reading, pile number 3. So I'm just going to set this here so the energies can be with us where you're reading at this time. So power of empathy. So I'm hearing very much that you, pile number 3, may have to make a decision where your person is concerned. Are you going to forgive this person is what Spirit is telling me. Because I feel like now this person is ready to give you their love in their hand. So what that means to me is that maybe in the past this person was being difficult or playing hard to get. But now this person may be recognizing that you have shown them a tremendous amount of love and you haven't done anything to them. You've only tried to love this person in an unconditional way. And this person now might be recognizing, because I'm noticing there's a lot of water here. So this person is very emotional about you as well at this time, which is probably why I talked about the moon in this imagery here initially, right? So the moon is Cancerian, but it's all about secrets, illusions, and people withholding how they feel, right? So, and it's also a heart, and there's a heart here. So this is confirming what I'm saying is true for pile number 3. So this person I'm feeling is very emotional towards you at this time. They could have maybe experienced a situation where maybe you left or something happened here. I'm not sure. But right now this person is feeling, they're in their feels basically, where they're overly sensitive and emotional towards you and this connection, because I don't think they recognized how much love that they truly had for you and how much power that you really had over them and this connection. Not that you had power over them, but more of you were a valuable team member or a valuable asset to this person, but they didn't realize that until maybe you decided to walk away and leave them. And so in your absence has allowed this person's heart to crack open, where now they are emotional, they're crying, they're missing you, they're thinking heavily about you at this time. If you are in communication with this person, this is just saying that this person has a tremendous amount of love and feelings of love towards you. Could be even your connection, I'm hearing in some cases, might be ascending to another level of commitment. If you are married or in some sort of union already with this person, Spirit is just coming in to say that this connection or your bond is going to be strengthening very much at this time. So let's read that, and they want me to read this first, and then we'll look at that one. So being a good medium requires a strong sense of empathy, which comes from your ability to sense and feel the emotions of spirit as well as those here in the living. Being empathic enables you to deliver heart-centered messages from spirit. Every medium is equipped with a naturally heightened sense of empathetic awareness. It can be an overwhelming feeling if it is left ungrounded. It can result in feeling very tired, emotional, or even anxious. Grounded empathic mediums allow their emotional heart-centeredness awareness to be a tool for guiding the session through themselves, the shifter, and the spirit. Being an empath means that you feel other people's emotions as your own. This is a unique ability that enables you to be aware of another's energy through thought, feeling, events, and so much more. This is an easy technique for empathetic grounding, as it is to amplify the awareness of your auric field, auric energy, so that you can expand it from your body to form protective field. If you're feeling overextended empathetically, use deep breathing techniques to slow down your vibrational energy to reground yourself. Other ways to practice healthy empathic awareness is to practice meditation, yoga, and other energy healing modalities. Try to keep your overall spiritual energy grounded, as this will assist you with being empathetically healthy. Everyone is entitled to their emotions, so remind your inner empath of this. It is also important to allow some space for yourself without taking in everyone's feelings. So yeah, you may have taken some time away, and now you've shifted into your power as a result of this, because I'm feeling maybe this person wasn't really willing to commit to you the way that you wanted them to, if you guys are not communicating. But if you are communicating, you're feeling this person, and your feelings and energies and whatnot towards this person, if you are in communication, is definitely deepening at this time. So sitting in the power. So we often talk about this in the spiritual community. So sitting in your power is imagining yourself being surrounded by light, as we see illuminating in this person's chest, and also feeling the energy vibration surrounding you. So very similar to what was said in this card here. This person I'm feeling is getting a lot of telepathic messages. They may have even taken on doing some grounding and meditating techniques as well daily, that's helping them to recognize their inner power that they have within themselves. So let's read. When learning to connect with the other side, it's essential that you make time to get to know your own spirit. If you've randomly pulled this card, then Spirit is calling you to take time now to sit in your own power. It's time for you to consciously tap into your own inner light and tap into the unlimited spiritual power within you. Take a moment to close your eyes and imagine you're slowly and gently breathing in light. Allow this light to fill your physical body, letting you to expand your own energy and your aura. Continue to breathe in this simpler manner, allowing some time to sit and be in the expansion of your own loving light. Keep in simple in the beginning as you develop this technique, allowing time to get more comfortable with this practice. Notice whether you feel energy in certain areas of your body or chakras. Do you see images in your mind? Do you hear sounds of music? Moments profound silence are expected and are quite normal. By devoting time to this breathing meditation, it will help you to expand your awareness to allow your psychic and mediumship abilities to grow and flourish. It will also help revitalize the body, mind, and soul, bringing you to a place of balance and harmony. Once you learn to tap into your own spirit and power, you can access it at any time you wish. So yeah, you and this person are energetically connected. This might even be for a twin flame or a higher level soulmate, where you guys are both able to see each other and tap in more. So this person is building their gifts and connection to spirit at this time. So let's see. They want me to take 3 cards. I'm not sure why that is, but I'll take 3. So what is pile number 3's person and thinking and feeling about them at this time? So I'll take 3 cards, Spirit, please. So we have 2. Bianca Del Rio, Cleopatra, and then let's get 1 more, Spirit. Take 1 more. Thank you. All right, so let's see. Elizabeth Taylor. So Cleopatra, when you are conquered, consider who wins. A queen must lead while a wife must follow. But both are diplomats. Be immortal, not defeated. A unicorn, with this Bianca Del Rio card, is a horse with extra potential. True love is clearly legal in most states. Everyone needs that special someone who can stroke their hair while you cough with your head in the toilet. Oh my God. Don't run so fast that you can't be caught. You can be a big fan of marriage. Just be an even bigger fan of diamonds. True friends last longer than marriage, however many times you marry. So right now this person, as we talked about, is learning, and I'm noticing here she's sitting in her power. So this person is noticing or recognizing what they are feeling and thinking is that you in some way are tied to their destiny, where this connection is one that has had many lifetimes together, and they're recognizing that you are the one and they want you to be a part of their life. They're also recognizing that you have some mystic as well as a lot of inner beauty about yourself, which maybe they hadn't recognized before. I'm hearing that they want to be with you even when you're sick, when you're old, when time goes on. And they're also learning to acknowledge. So this person, Wow. This person is releasing a lot of negativity as well. I'm hearing as well in terms of their friends. They're recognizing who really is for them versus who's not. And this has weight in your connection, because I'm thinking that in the past, this person may have listened a lot to the beliefs of other people, or the beliefs that they had about themselves based on their friend circle or people that they had around. They're recognizing now that you and this connection is something that can be very infinite and very powerful, is what this person is recognizing. And they know that you have a heart that they want to be with. But let's see, Spirit, what is their person thinking? I feel like we know a lot about what they feel, but what are they thinking about pile number 3, Spirit? Take 3 cards, please. Okay. So Knight of Wands in reverse. And here we have the Moon. So they gave me more than 3, but that's okay. Yeah, so your person was a player. But now, see, 10 of Cups. So yeah, your person right now is thinking that they want to stop juggling you and another connection, or you and a work situation. They want to come clean, and they want to share with you a lot of the secrets and illusions that you didn't know about. They want to be able to come forward and provide a lot of clarity to things that maybe you weren't sure about. But don't ever doubt for 1 second that this person didn't love you. I feel like this person did care very deeply about you, but they just had a hard time expressing it. They could have been a part of a family, or their family, they come from a family lineage where people don't really show emotions or don't really talk about their feelings, which was really hard for this person to open up to you. And so they also want to give to you equally. I feel like maybe in the past you were someone who was very empathic and was that overgiver, or had spent a lot of time giving a lot to this person. It could even just be yourself, where you gave a lot of your emotional well-being to this person. But now they want to come in and commit and provide that solid offer to you, pile number 3. And if, as I said, if you're already in a connection with this person now wants to be able to expand that, where they're able to deepen the connection or the commitment with you. I think for a while this person wasn't sure about what they wanted to do about you, this connection. I'm hearing in a lot of cases initially when they went into it, they didn't think that they were going to manifest that true love. It was more of a situation where they could have just gone into it because, or they could have just connected with you because they wanted to escape. It was a form of their escapism. But then when they connected with you, they realized that you have so much more to offer than what meets the eye here. So expect communication, expect commitment, expect expansion of this connection. Your person is ending a lot of their toxic ways and their behaviors that may not be serving this connection as well, because they're recognizing that if they don't change or they don't grow up soon, then they may risk being unhappy and not being with you. And so this person has spent a lot of nights where they were having some inner turmoil and confliction about what they should do, but they do recognize now that this is what they want. And they want to be that emperor. They want to show up for you in this connection in a solid, secure way. And they're cutting out a lot of their childish behavior. Could also be spying on you at this time as well too. So let's get the last piece of advice from Spirit, and then we're going to close out pile number 3. So very straightforward, pile number 3. The person is recognizing that they truly love you and they want to try to expand this connection because they now learn that where they're at, they're not happy there, and they want to make changes. So 4 is all about stability, right? So they recognize that this connection is the stable connection, and they want to commit and invest in you and this connection. So we have boredom, Spirit teachers. Tendium, disappointment, emptiness, frustration. Life is relatively stable and calm now, and yes, you've achieved a certain degree of predictability and comfort on a day-to-day basis. However, something is lacking in the way of fulfillment. Your spirit teachers gather in response to this emptiness. They greatly remind you that there is more to life than you're presently expressing, and they're calling you to remember your soul's commitments to purpose and contribution to the fellow human beings. They confirm that you already know in your heart, focusing on your interest alone will not fill your void. Trust these beautiful guides as they're lovingly urging you to open your heart and share your time and gifts with others. They wisely counsel you that restlessness, emptiness, and boredom you feel isn't the result of something missing in your life or something that you've yet to attain, but rather it is a reaction to an expressed talent, creativity, and love in your heart, things your soul longs to give. Your spirit teachers invite you to take advantage of your present peace and certainty and use your good fortune to involve yourself with those who still are struggling. For example, take a friend to lunch, help an elderly neighbor, volunteer at a literacy support organization, or spend more time with lonely relatives. Your spirit teacher's message: give more and your emptiness will subside. So you're being called to action, pile number 3 as well. And I think that's something too your person is recognizing. You guys may even have a mission or soul contract where you're supposed to be helping uplift humanity and society in some way. And this person now wants to be able to come back to be able to work on this with you and to also work on becoming that better version of themselves. So that's what I have for you, pile number 3. If this resonates, don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe. Till we meet again, take care. Bye.